Yes, things are going quite well, my God, no complaints. But, you know, it is not the same at all. Supermodels. Nothing super about them, spoiled, stupid little stick figures with poofy lips who think only about themselves. I used to design for gods. I never look back, darling. It distracts from the now. It will be bold, dramatic, heroic. Knock it! No, go on.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hola, it is me, El Chorizo.
And I am El Zorro.
Yes, welcome for apparently an all Mexispanish edition of Booze Reviews.
Booze Reviews, and all of a sudden from Transylvania. Surprisingly, as much of a freak as you and I are, we don't have any whips. I'm going to have to step my game up.
I don't know the ones you know about.
Ooh,
so,
girl.
This week we are here. We are with you all as we continue to laugh and enjoy our way through everything that's happening in the world. So, cheers to everyone out there. I hope you're safe.
These are ginger lemon-tinis, whiskey.
Ooh, that is delightfully terrible.
I'll get you drunk, boy.
And clear your sinuses out. So, let's go ahead and get into this week's episode. No time like the present. We come back in from Rockham's Elimination. Oh, that was so shady. They didn't have to do her like that. They had her set that she's the only girl in history. I'm sure other girls have cried when they've gotten off the stage, but she's the only one that I'm aware of that they was just like,
yeah, maybe we just didn't notice it before, but they underscored the damn elimination with her crying, wailing.
Crying.
That was not right. Poor Rockham.
And
teach you to be a crybaby.
Yeah, well, Britta's shaken up because she's like, in New York, I'm at the top.
Yeah.
So what am I doing at the bottom here? And Aiden's like,
we are all in this competition together and we are all competing for the same fucking crown. So I don't care what your background is or what reputation you have. If the judges aren't seeing what they want to see from you, then bitch, bye.
Aiden's so much. Yeah, Aiden's like, all right, I'm moving up. Right? And Aiden, actually, we've been complaining, has been sort of had low looks for the past couple episodes. Yeah. And so I wouldn't be talking shit, but apparently that's the name of the game.
You gotta talk a little shit.
And you also get these moments of miscongeniality starting to shine through.
Okay.
Did you notice that? Our Persian princess, Jackie Cox, is starting to be very kind and genuine about everything.
When Rock turned the corner and we could hear her crying, my heart broke.
And so,
yeah, well, that was nice to see that from Jackie. But that's the past. We've got to move on. As much as it broke everyone's heart to hear about Rockham crying and all that, we've got to move on to the next challenge. So, yes. RuPaul comes in.
Dressed like a nurse, thank God. We don't got to read her ass this week.
Well, doctor. Okay, the doctor. There was a tie. And so, at first I was going to critique this look. But like you said, it was just he was just introducing the challenge, which this week is going to be Gay's Anatomy.
Yay!
Yeah, so
you should love that. You're gay and you love anatomy.
I do. It was my major at one point,
and I love over the top melodrama acting.
Yeah, there was some of that going on. But for some reason, it felt like they were like, this is one of those episodes where we have to go straight to the challenge. But wait, maybe we should have a mini challenge just for no reason. So they do have this weird little mini challenge where the pit crew comes in and they're dressed as nurses in white briefs and
and they have to pick some kind of weird placebo, and whoever picks the pink pill.
There's two Easter eggs with pink pills in them, and if you get them, you're casting director. Okay. They're really trying to drive this be shady when you have a chance to make a choice thing.
Yeah.
They try
that's what creates drama, because even when people get what they want, it's like, and they probably told Widow in this next segment to pick something that someone else already chose. Because if everybody's like, well, okay, he's already chose this and he's already chose this one, I'm just going to choose this one.
I don't know about, I'll tell you why I don't know about that. So anyway, Nikki and Gigi, they find the pills, they're the casting directors. And so like most times they read through the script And like I'm going to keep saying, this is all at the mercy of the writers of this show. Right. So if we get if you don't like something, it's not always the girls. Like, them writers had a responsibility.
They put stupid shit in there.
Stupid
that whole
shit.
fork thing was like ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there were characters in there that just were never going to be good. Right. So if you were in that first read through, you probably would have been like, let me take Dr. Gay because she has a bigger part.
Right.
And I would have been like, yeah, let me take the mother because she's in there cracking shade. And so, like, Sherry and Widow legitimately probably wanted those parts, and somebody wasn't going to get it.
Yeah. Which creates the drama then, because then if it's just luck of the draw, it's like, okay, well, heads, you got it, tails, you got it. No, it's going to be, you bitches choose who you think is going to get it.
Well, yes, the show is trying to be messy, because they get the show cast, and I think Widow and Aiden are the only two that didn't really get what they wanted. Yeah. But Aiden, I do like Aiden's attitude, like, oh, well, you gotta fucking deal with it, work.
Yeah.
You know, I'm here, whatever, let's go.
Yeah, Aiden's like, let's work. Widow's like, wow.
Yeah, so Rue comes in, still telling everybody about Crystal Method's El DeBarge fantasy.
I'd say that was probably the only mention or camera time Crystal Method got this entire episode. I didn't even realize that bitch was still in it until the runway.
Crystal, yeah.
I don't know what the hell she did to get cut out, edited out this week.
They don't have anything for Crystal to do right now. Like, Crystal, when Michelle was like, change your makeup, Crystal did it. And it was like, okay, cool.
Well,
you're not gonna fight.
Even the stupid fork twins that Heidi and Crystal got, like, we didn't even know that was a thing the whole first 2/3 of the episode, because they didn't talk about casting it. They didn't read the script with that part in it. It was like, and then actually I was watching the thing unfold, and I'm going, there's more bitches than this still. And then when they came out, I was like, oh yeah, there's Heidi and Crystal. What the hell?
Oh my gosh, the skit got so long because of that. Yeah. So there's a little bit of tension there. So let's put the rehearsal and the performance together.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is refreshing. This is good as hell.
It's pure grain alcohol. There's no other flavors to that.
Zorro likes it rough. Jumping right in.
Okay.
Sorry, I digress.
We heard it. But on these episodes where they have like an acting skit, we see the rehearsal, and then we gotta go see the final product. I feel like that's always like to take up some time.
Yeah.
So let's put them together here. So we see in the rehearsal, Gigi's doing good, and Gigi does good in the final one. She was cute. She was fun.
Right. Gigi didn't actually do good, I thought, in either the rehearsal or the final. She was sort of safe. She was a little boring.
Yeah.
I actually put Gigi boring, except damn, she can rock green. She looked really good.
Yeah, I was into this green screen dress. Tie. Yes. I was like, are they going to do something with that?
But you know who I thought was like the all-star? Obviously Sherry. Like when Sherry came out of the rehearsal. Sherry didn't need any rehearsal. She was just a fucking out there in La La Land the whole time.
Yeah, Sherry. I marked down Sherry Pie was the Danny DeVito of drag.
Oh, hey, Meredith. Can we talk about me now? Thinking about wearing the ring on the other finger. I don't know. It's looking a little big. Motherfucking Sherry Pie.
They made that joke about Ginger Minge before, but this was come to life.
This was it. And you know what? In the rehearsal, Widow was really funny.
Yeah, they turned it out.
Like, in fact, Widow was funnier in the rehearsal than she was in the final edited product, I thought. But I gave her a big 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's a way to take a part that you didn't want and be like, bitch, I'm going to deliver.
That's how you do it, girls.
Of course, she had Nikki to act with, so that helped her a lot.
Do you? Okay. So I'm going to say this, because we got to talk about the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. So I feel like Nikki did what she could do with that. She was a baby. She is French. They told her, put in the French. Yeah. That shows she's listening to what they're saying to her.
That's true. That is a little bullshit whenever people take the critiques well and do what they asked.
And then they just
and then throw them under the bus.
Throw them under the bus. And I feel like that also, when you said Widow was funnier in the rehearsal than in the final, I feel like they had to downplay Widow's part because she was interacting with Nikki. Yeah. And if they really wanted to put Nikki in the bottom, we got to make sure Nikki doesn't look funny, so we got to take Widow down a notch. Yeah. And then, of course, since we're cutting Sherry out a lot, her whenever she wins, it's like, oh shit, where'd that come from?
I mean, there was not even a close second. She was so freaking funny in this. this.
Yeah, I will say Jackie. I thought this was going to be Jackie's week because she was kind of funny as I've never seen Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
So I don't know who that character is.
Well, we see both Jackie and Jan as like which is kind of funny because they do sort of look alike. And they're supposed to go into this facial reconstruction surgery. And both of them are like the acclaimed big like thespians with the BFA in acting or musical theater or whatever. But they were just both they weren't bad, but they were just average, you know? It was like...
Do you know what I thought would have been really funny if Jackie had been like Heidi or Widow or Jada?
Yeah.
Like, just literally go for it.
Yeah.
This is a perfect time. You don't have to say anything about race, but if you come out and now she's black, girl.
Yeah.
Work. Make the script work.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what... And someone called them out on the casting choices at the beginning when they're like, wait, these two look alike.
Oh, yeah, there was a little shade.
So,
Carson or something.
Yeah, I get it. But it was actually funny. I love these challenges. I love the ones where they get to be over the top and like create... And actually, I like this one because it was a full show instead of the two different groups like we've seen in the past seasons.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Which is kind of cool.
We saw all the girls playing off of the same story. They were all supposed to be working together.
Well, then you got different interactions. That's why the damn thing was so long, because they're like, okay, well now we got to get hiding them in here with Jackie.
Speaking of interactions, we didn't talk about my Beau's favorite yet hated part.
Okay.
Aiden and Britta.
Aiden and Britta.
Okay, so Aiden didn't get the role she wanted. She was to be the ghost, but for some reason the ghost was written to be in the style of Mae West.
Yeah.
And I feel like the writers were like, remember how funny it was when Alaska was Mae West? Yeah, let's give the kids that again. But the problem with that is Alaska knows who Mae West is, and thus did a good Mae West.
Oh, I thought Aiden's Mae West was good. You didn't like it?
If I could take off this mask quickly and give you all the face, I would. You know I'm a Mae West fan. You know I was there in 1933 when she done him wrong. Okay? You know I was there at the end with Sextet. I watch Sextet on the regular. So I know I'm Mae West.
That old bitch, they wheeled her in there to do that thing.
No, Mae West should have never touched that movie. It's horrible.
Aiden's Mae West was okay.
No, Aiden's Mae West was not okay. It was like... She says in the workroom, she's like, I don't know really who Mae West is, probably not how y'all know Mae West. And I feel like if she should have been asking around, can y'all help me? Is this good? Either they done her dirty and they didn't want to tell her, or she didn't ask for help. But that Mae West was somebody went on Wikipedia and saw the pop-up clip that pops up in the bottom.
All right, see that? Damn.
Oh, I had to go in. I'm sorry, I had to go in.
Right. I'm going to give you a small heel for your Mae West.
Oh, hello, Doctor. Oh, why don't you come up and RV me sometime?
I know we ain't even there yet, but I know it'll just get under Brandon's skin.
I'm challenging you to a fucking match.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
this belt is going to be on the line if you come in like that.
I'm going to get body slammed, but I'm going to get my whips and chains out after you, girl. All right, then we have RuPaul down the runway this week, serving some look. Mm-hmm. All that I could think the whole time she was walking down that runway. They had her music playing, but in my head I was singing, "One short day in the emerald." Oh, too many notes.
Too many. And, well, Broadway, they're loose right now.
Yes, that's true.
They're giving it out these
She
days.
had Brandon's favorite wig on.
Oof. Okay, but I will say this is how you wear that Barbra Streisand Afro wig. This was the right kind of look. She was cinched in, she was snatched, and that wig on top just made her look like a dandelion.
Girl, if you go into Oz to the Emerald City, you better look like the Cowardly Lion showing up there. And she did. But this was, I love the drape. It was a drape, and it was just very emerald sparkle fabulous. So... big heel this time around.
Yes, heel Mother Ru. And our special guest judge this week, Michelle and Carson are there, but we have Miss Normani is with us.
Who?
For us younger folk, Normani, she was in Fifth Harmony. She was auditioned for X Factor. She has some albums out with Calvin Harris.
I'm going to be honest with you. It could have been a cardboard cutout because I don't know who this guest judge was. Never heard of her, never seen her. I didn't even know if it was a man or a woman when I saw Normani.
The name.
I don't even think this
Normani.
bitch said anything the whole time. So get better judges next time. Get people that actually can say something about something.
Oh, like Leslie Jones and Britta?
Yeah, and coming off of Leslie Jones.
I mean, if you don't know about it, Miss Leslie Jones and Britta had words. I'm just going to put something right here. knows them words they had. Okay,
Ooh, girl.
But Norma, she was all right. She was fine. She was there.
So let's get into these looks, shall we?
Rue tells us
Category is Planet of the Capes.
Planet of the Capes. You first.
All right, giving black cape fabulousness. I am the great Zorro. Ole. Bitch, I had to cut these little eyes out. At least some little Mexican woman did yours.
Well, I'm just saying, it's you looking a little hamburger to me. So.
No, that's just because I've been eating too much.
Oh, and I am giving you my Lucha Libre alter ego, the great El Chorizo.
Oh, please stop.
And in honor of WrestleMania, I'm a big wrestling fan. We've got WrestleMania happening over 2 nights this year because of, the situation. So I'm really excited for them to go out there and still put a smile on some people's faces and do what they do. So here's to you guys. First on the runway, we have Jada Essence Hall.
Jada Essence Hall with those Astarians and Dick dementia.
Oh, yeah. Stumbling over those medical gay terms, but she was giving this look.
She served. This was sort of this beautiful pink-shouldered fabulousness with the cape attached, with strips of pink throughout a bodysuit that made it look very seductrous.
She kept the streaks going up into the hair, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
That was a good connection.
Really tall hair, sort of a mermaid look. It was a big heel.
Heel, Jada. Always a heel for Jada. Next on the runway is the woman we forgot not once but thrice last week, Miss Britta. Sorry about that, baby, but here you are this week.
Shouldn't have been bitching so much. People forget a bitch.
Oh, okay.
All right. No, Britta was. Britta was delivering this week. She had this the pink and red again, which we feel very opinionated about. But actually, she did it pretty well.
I didn't see any pink in that look. It was all red.
No, it was. Well, then my eyes are deceiving me.
Well, it was red and nude illusion.
Okay. Maybe.
And her nude is, keep in mind, she's a brownish girl, so her nude might be pink under
She's
those
been
lights.
getting whipped, bitch. Her little skin was pink. Okay, all right. So this was pretty good look for Britta, I thought. When it came down the runway, I was like, that's cute, that's safe.
Okay.
Before even seeing the other girls, I was like, that's going to fall in the middle probably. And it did.
Yeah, I would say so. I liked it. She said it was giving her sexy Red Riding Hood. And I was like, okay, if Red Riding Hood was given at the Adam and Eve sex shop, cool, let's do it. I will say the judges clocked her cape for just being chiffon and not more cape.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Heel. I'm going to give
it a little heel. And I'm going to challenge you to dress up as the Big Bad Wolf and take this little Red Riding Hood later.
Well, funny you should ask. That is right here.
Right, next down the runway was our my self-appointed Miss Congeniality of the episode, the Persian princess, Jackie Cox.
Yes, Jackie Cox. And I was loving this because if people don't know, my favorite Disney princess is Jasmine.
Yes, she was wearing the Arab pants, the Aladdin sort of
pants,
also with sort of like a Hindu headdress.
Yeah, that was in Persian Hindus inspired.
Yeah, and I thought that was very elegant, and she looked beautiful. When she does these Middle Eastern things, I don't know if it's a tribute to her culture, if she grew up with a lot of that influence in her life. I assume she did, if she's Persian. But it's really spectacular when she pulls that shit out.
Yeah, heel. Got Mackie wings, heel.
Yeah, I'm going to give this my highest heel this week. It looks really great.
The highest heel. Way to go, Jackie.
Okay, next on the runway was Jackie's sister, Jan.
Just Jan.
Okay. And Jan was doing her, living her skydiver fantasy with some boots laced up and her little goggles.
Oh, you know I love a high hooker boot, bitch.
Yes.
You know I do. I live for a good old nasty hooker boot.
Good old nasty. What do you think of Jan's look this week?
Well, it's not going to get my highest heel. As excited as I'm seeming, it's not going to get my highs. But I love it. I don't think Jan's not going to put anything down that runway I won't give a heel to. Like, seriously, Jan. And I love it because she always takes the challenge and gives herself another challenge of figuring out a different way to do it.
Yeah.
So this wasn't just a cape. This was a functional parachute because she's skydiving.
Yes.
Work. She gave us something else.
Yeah, I like the concept. I'm going to give it a crock just because after seeing all the other looks come down the runway, I thought it was just a safe look. And, you know, like Brandon said, Jan really delivers. And so she's fallen into that category of, well, now we expect more.
Oh,
and
damn. You're been delivering her?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just 100.
Yeah, and really it would be a heel in any given circumstance, but there's just so much high talent and high level of fashion and ideas.
The savagery.
Savagery.
Next on the runway was our winner of the ball, Miss Gigi Good, and she did not disappoint.
No. She brought those good balls last week, and this week she brought some Boy Scout balls, and she was serving
Girl
Troop
Scout?
69.
Yeah.
With, one of these, like...
96.
Oh, yeah. One of these fashionista mothers that would show up as like a din mom that's like doesn't work and has plastic surgery every other week.
Well, it's no, she called it out. It's very Troop Beverly Hills.
Well,
Shelley Long.
Yeah, but with Gigi's youthful look and her chiseled cheekbones and stuff like that, she reminded me of a Beverly Hills Troop mom bitch that would have been just under the knife last week, or with Botox and she can't stop smiling.
Oh, yeah, she was giving it. So, Gigi, heel mama.
I'd give this a small heel. This was a safe bet for
She
you.
is so unimpressed this week. Girl.
Next down the runway, Miss Elvis. Sherry Pie,
Oh.
serving this huge eagle cape, all of Elvis Presley, 1964.
71.
Whatever.
Okay, we were in the larger Vegas days by then.
Brandon apparently was born in 33.
That's right. That's
So,
right. I've lived 5 lives already.
That's good ass skin cream. That's all I gotta say.
Sherry girl. I know we're not supposed to, but I don't care. She is another girl on this show to me, and she is delivering. Sherry Pie. Highest heel
I knew it.
mama.
I knew it. I was gonna give Sherry my highest heel too, but I figured you would.
She has to. This was such. Well, it was thought out because it wasn't just any person could have done just the suit. She made it a gown.
Yeah.
She feminized and dragged it up, which is what you're supposed to do.
And even her makeup and her accents sort of played a tribute to the King of Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved it. It's definitely a big old heel for me. So next down the runway was our country queen, hiding in the closet.
Hiding in a closet. Like R. Kelly, y'all.
Oh God, no! Get that bitch out the closet and free all them slaves too.
You're right. You're right. Surviving R. Kelly. Check it out on Netflix, girl.
Don't do it.
It'll get you hooked. If you're not watching Joe Exotic, watch R. Kelly. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, back to hiding in the closet.
Hiding in the closet was doing some disco.
Yeah. Ooh, I love hiding in a closet. Croc, bitch. Croc. This is a croc. I love you. You're the first girl to connect with me on social media like that, but croc,
Yeah,
you know why.
This was like a onesie. It really, it really,
Yeah.
and then it really was two different pieces. It was like, okay, I got a big ass cape, but I don't have anything to wear it with, so I'm gonna go safe and do like a black body piece.
Right.
So it's like, you got to step up the creative elements a bit, Croc.
Then we had on the runway Miss Crystal Method.
Oh, girl, is she still in this? Yeah, okay. The editor's led me to believe otherwise. All right, Crystal Method brings out this very elegant flower headdress, Polynesian / if you were going to San Francisco, be sure to wear.
Oh yeah, no, the way to San Jose and all that. I wrote down Woodstock formal.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I liked it. I thought the colors gave me that psychedelic feel.
Yeah.
The acid yellow and the purple. Had she done that in a different color, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
It was great colors. And you know what? I don't agree with Michelle a lot, but when Michelle gave her the critique to tone down the makeup, I was like, this makeup is so ugly. It's not only ugly, it's just so heavy and concentrated in the eye area that it in like a way that wasn't like we were seeing before with some of the makeup princesses. She's still using her same technique of like the white, where she does the white and then the very hard line. But now it's starting to actually look more feminized and it connects. You're not distracted by it. So that's the one thing I agree with Michelle, and I think that this is a huge heel because her makeup and her whole concept was really quite beautiful this week. Yeah. Then coming down the runway, we have Aiden Zane.
Aiden Zane, and Aiden was giving Aiden said she was giving Silence of the Lamb. And of course, the butterfly in the lips.
That's all the Silence in the Lambs I got.
But she says this cape is inspired by the cape Buffalo Bill wears in the movie. Now, if you've seen that movie and recall that movie, he is naked, fully tucked, spreading a sheet up like a caftan. Cape, wings, sight. Okay, fine. Where was that in any of this outfit? If that's what the inspiration was.
That's a good damn question.
This is why I had a problem with the Mae West. Because the Mae West was not fully... I'm back here. The Mae West was not fully connected to the reference point.
Yeah.
And this, again, aside from the moth, was not connected to anything.
Yeah, absolutely. This was one of Aiden's best looks in terms of execution, but in terms of conceptualization, maybe not. I thought it was a whole lot better than what she brought down the runway last week, and the week before for that matter. I liked the concept of the butterfly thing. I could see, all right, well, that's a tribute to Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a heel.
Once again, it is a black bodysuit, some thigh-high socks, and some boots, and some little thing over your shoulders, and some little fascinator up on your head, and a little pussycat wig. Monet Exchange couldn't wear her pussycat wig, but we gonna let Aiden wear all these pussycat wigs?
See, and you thought I was being hateful this week. Who's being hateful now?
Cause she up here in these pussycat wigs and this bodysuit, and we are not calling her out.
I'm gonna assume Brandon's gonna give that a crock.
Oh, I actually thought it's very stylish. The glitter and the red really matched her lip. So I'm gonna give it a heel because it is her best look, but I am calling the rest of that out.
Moving along, we have the Widow Von Du coming down, dressed on a watermelon. Ooh. After last week and the pineapple shit and you would think this bitch would know better.
So, okay, here's the thing. When you come to the show, they give you the list, so you bring what you bring.
Yeah, that's true.
We couldn't, if this is what her cape challenge was, she brought her cape look. That being said, Croc. I am up here, Widow, defending you every week against him.
Hey, I had good things to say about Widow so far this episode.
Okay, girl. When he gave your clown a crock, even though I saw how put together it was.
That was ugly.
When he gave your neon jumper a crock.
Oh, that was hella ugly.
When he gave your Judy Jetson a crock, girl, I was here for you. But you come down the runway as a black woman in Trump's America in a watermelon outfit and pop your titties off with a green weave.
Andere. Yeah, that wig was ugly too. Neon, that was one of those discount Party City wigs that nobody ever buys.
What did I say? She was giving me all the baby bop.
Yeah.
That she could. Just green flowing around purple under the lights. It was a mess. Girl, Croc, don't do that shit again or I'm gonna call your mama. Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Such a black save.
All right, last down the runway, we have Nikki Doll.
Nikki, como se va, mon chéri?
Nikki's such a sexy boy. I love that little gap between the teeth and the accent.
Let's not mourn her just yet. Let's talk about this wonderful look.
Yeah, this was an interesting look. I liked the metallic sort of armor-esque bodysuit, but it wasn't really. I mean, it was cut very interestingly so that it was sexy. Yeah. It had very feminine form to it.
It's Mugler.
I don't know what that is, but I agree with it.
Okay.
Bless you. And then I agreed with the judges on this one that the cape was just a piece of fabric.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like, if you're going to do Zorro and he has a black cape, it's like, okay, well, it's a black cape. What are you going to do with a black cape? I could have fucking star-studded this shit and put some rhinestones and whatever underneath and been gay Zorro. But Brandon would have yelled at me for taking more time.
Girl, I put this look together, made all the notes before you even done stoning those tights. So
Girl, I had to cut out a cape. I had to cut out this. I had to make my hat black. I had to make my dick black.
What I'm going to say is, Nikki, you said that you were giving us Mugler meets Joan of Arc. And I really love that idea. I love that concept. Joan of Arc is such a strong woman in French history and in history, period. I wish that somehow that you could have pushed it.
Yeah.
And because the bodysuit gave me female body armor like she was riding the battle. Had there been like a cross or something, had she had like a sleeve of chainmail and a huge like bigger than life angelic cape on the back, then she wouldn't have been anywhere close to the bottom.
Well, and here's the deal. Nan bitch said nothing about her makeup. Her face was ugly this week. I think she ran out of time because
it wasn't blended.
No, and them eyebrows was like the boy brows. She did not glue down them eyebrows. So I don't know. It was for a glam queen that always looks fabulous on that runway. Her makeup and wig line looked hit.
Oh,
so sorry, bitch, Croc.
I'm not much of a makeup person myself, so I'm glad now we have someone to comment on makeup here. Let us know.
Really. Only when it looks like that. I can.
Well, you got on Crystal's makeup. You've been talking about Crystal's makeup and now Nikki. So I don't care what a bitch's face is, as long as she got her concept. But you looking at them mugs.
I'm looking at all the
So
details.
girls, he's looking at the mugs.
Bitch, deliver.
Fix them. I'm gonna give this a heel. It's a heel, baby.
All right, guess what time it is? Time for Brandon and Josh's tops and bottoms, bottoms and tops, tops and bottoms. And...
All right, let's do like they did this week. Let's start on top.
Oh, yes, let's start with a good top. Bitch, it was no surprise to anybody that Sherry Pie was on the top this week. That was my top pick, the winner. And I loved a lot Jackie Cox. And probably a third choice would be Gigi, because she's always delivering. What about you?
Oh, that's funny, because you said Gigi was born. Ooh, I'm the shady editor over here. Play the tape.
Gigi didn't actually do good, I thought, in either the rehearsal or the final. She was sort of safe. She was a little boring.
But for me, my top three, of course, I had Sherry Pie on top. There was no question. Even if we are editing her out, it was obvious that bitch was going to win. Then I also had Widow, because I thought they showed Widow just as strongly, even though I hated the outfit. Then I had Jackie Cox as well. I thought they were really showing Jackie in a strong light, and Jackie did well.
How dare you read me for calling one person a little boring, and then you read her to filth for that fucking watermelon outfit and then put her on the top. Shame on you.
Excuse me, I just said, even though I hated that outfit, I thought she was strong in the challenge. Don't come for me, I know what I said.
Even though she was a little boring, she was still safe.
She was in the top row. Let's choose the top.
We did have a lot of safe bitches this week, though. It was hard to find tops and bottoms.
Well, because they did a little differently than they normally do. They called out 6 girls that were on top.
Yeah.
And they said, send them back, and then everyone else had a low score. So
I had Aiden in my top 6 too this week.
I didn't. I had in my bottom 3, I had Aiden, Britta, and Nikki. Because they really did go in on Britta's look. Yeah. And I was like, they clearly have shown they hate Britta. It's like, okay, well then put Britta in the bottom again. And Aiden, again, that May West was awful. And her runway was awful. But I gave it a heel, so it's fine.
See, just hating on Aiden. I think it must be some bias that's rolling over from previous weeks. So on my bottom this week, I had to say Nikki Doll, which I was a little sad about. But also I put on there Heidi in the Closet and Crystal Method. Heidi, obviously, for the runway look that she sent down. Crystal, I loved her runway look. But, the thing that Heidi and her had to do for the mini challenge was just so boring and blasé that I couldn't find a third bottom. So it was like, that's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Okay. So the judges have decided, seemingly, that they hate Nikki for some reason. And that somehow Nikki still didn't deliver kooky enough to them. And that her cape wasn't cape enough. And so Nikki's in the bottom. And then this was really weird because Britta was shown to be not bad in the challenge, but Britta was in the bottom 3.
Yeah.
And because Michelle doesn't like chaps. Okay.
Right.
And Heidi, they ask, Rue's like, well, I can't really decide who should go home. So they ask the girls, and the girls all say, Nikki, Nikki, Nikki. Nikki says herself.
That's when I was like, all right, I'm not going to feel bad if Nikki goes home. Bitch, if you're going to say yourself when they ask that, never, ever, ever, ever say yourself unless you're Ben de la Creme and going to write that shit on lipstick.
I think it's a cultural thing. I find a lot of people from another country or, if foreign people will take ownership and they'll be like, based on what you're saying tonight, it should be me.
I do agree with that, except the fact that she just said, "Oh, when I was 12 years old, I started watching the show and I wanted to be on the stage my whole life." I'm like, bitch, if you watch a show, you know how it is. Don't put yourself up there, because then you will go home.
I don't know what to say about that, because I'm the type of person I would. I'd be like, if y'all said I suck tonight, then it should be me, but I'm going to turn that lip sync out. Trust and believe. Okay, does that mean I'm ready to give up and go home? No, it's I'm taking ownership.
I'm just saying it.
But then RuPaul,
this bitch will defend herself until she dies.
Oh,
I'll have one. I'll be in the grave and have a finger pop out going, but.
But then Ru basically rolls her eyes and said, "Girl, okay, fine, whatever. But which one of these other bitches are you gonna send home? Because we need the clip." Like, clearly Ru had decided Nikki was going home, but we need the sound bite. So Nikki's like, "Well, I guess Heidi, because the look was a mess." And
here we go.
Okay, the look was a mess.
Nikki and Heidi.
That means Nikki and Heidi. I'm sorry, my dears, but you are up for elimination. 2 queens, stand before me. Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination. The time has come for you to lip sync for your life.
And the lip sync.
You did have a moment where you said, "All right, I think they made Britta the villain, so I think they're going to put Britta," and Britta ends up safe.
Well, then I realized, I was like, either way, Britta's the villain.
Yeah.
Because Heidi, they call it out that Heidi is so lovable in her personality.
Is so sweet and funny, and
that's
like,
they knew that the way that they were falling in love with her, America was going to fall in love.
Yeah.
So if Britta is safe over her, that still paints Britta in a negative light.
Yeah.
So I do think they have it out for Britta. But this lip sync, I would say Heidi came. Heidi said, "I'm not going home to Ramsor, North Carolina." And she, Naomi Smalls, scooted her ass across that stage. She, Katya, slow split it down when she had to.
And Nikki actually did a great lip sync too, although she didn't pull out as many bells and whistles. I could see, like, this is where they blame the language barrier all the time, but this is where the French culture came in, because things are much more conservative and subdued and not so
in other countries,
And so this is where I could see where, like, in Europe, she would probably be a superstar. And she's going to do great things after this show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But,
they all going to be all right. They all going to be fine. So that's why I don't lose no sleep. It sucks to see Nikki go, because she was someone who had a unique point of view.
Yeah.
But she's... Bye, bitch. Heidi gets to stay, and next week is Snatch Game.
Next week is Snatch Game, our favorite. Yeah.
Sure.
I love the Snatch Game.
Okay, because it's separate. It lets you know who the real fucking bitches are.
Honestly, actually, I love this episode too, when they do, like, the over-the-top comedy acting challenge.
Oh, so you like
That's
a lot
one of
of
my
the show.
favorites.
They rely on that a lot.
They rely on me.
So for Snatch Game, I'm excited to see Sherry Pie.
Oh my god, I can't wait to see what she does. Who do you think she's gonna do?
I can't. There's so many. She could do anything.
I want her to do Liza, I think.
Alexis Michelle already did Liza.
A lot of people have done a lot of different things twice. It's okay. I want to see someone do Liza well.
Okay, so fuck your win, Alexis Michelle. But while we're not fucking Alexis Michelle's win, we're just gonna have to wait till Snatch Game.
All right.
And you guys are gonna have to come back to see what it's all about. Till next time, guys.
Bye, babies.
Bye.